Okay, cool. All right. Discord notification noises. I don't know if I should do that or if I should try to do a window capture. Maybe I'll try to do a display capture. We'll see how well this works. Okay, so this is like a whole, somebody made like a custom thing to be able to read Homestuck because like the site uses Flash and it was down. I don't know if it must still be down then or taken offline. I have no clue, but I know that it uses Flash animation. So, oh my god! All right. Maybe I should put on some background music too. Let's see. Calming video game music?
What if you can create your...
Oh, God. Because video game music isn't copyrighted, so it should be okay to do that. Can I just go to YouTube and do this? Are you going to load YouTube? What's going on with YouTube? Is my internet work? Yeah. Okay. Let's do calming music. Okay, we'll just get this as low as possible. Just enough so that you can still hear it. Okay. Hopefully that's still audible. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago, he was given life. It is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Zeus Mel Poop Lord? Try again, smartass. John Egbert. Okay, his name's John Egbert. Your name is John. Okay, well, there we go. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. Make sure I got this up too. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. Well, that's actually me. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an inspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Move cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. Okay, so he's got some arms now, I guess. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captcha log them in your Sylladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine contents of chest. Okay, we got some fake arms. We got some... This is weirdly... This starts off pretty... I've read a lot of webcomics, and they usually start off like with no idea what they're doing, so there's definitely some art behind this. In here you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently capture logged in your Siladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavenry. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John, capture log smoke pellets. Okay, John, capture log smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Siladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you're starting to get the hang of this vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if quip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you use to capture log the smoke pellets. You'll have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable, since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Siladex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance a new, more practical fetch modi for your Siladex with a little more experience. Okay. So that one. Yeah, Lucis, we'll figure this out together. I like the mixed media. I think that's cool. We'll see right now if it's a little too try hard for my taste, but John, examine problem sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. The poster was one of your wildest purchases. This is a nice spot on the wall next to it. Oh, you can buy the poster for $14. Okay. So there's the poster that you can actually buy. All right. Interesting. Like that's cool. This is a nice spot on the wall next to it. Read note on shore. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. Okay. To take the poster. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of like Zork. Is that the right? Yeah, Zork. Like, except with like mixed media on top of it. Like it's like someone's playing a game, but it's a comic, which is interesting. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your walls. Okay. Alright. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place the hammer in your Siladex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. Would you try starting her later in the game, Lucis, or are you going to try to do it from the beginning? Because I know that you could just skip it. I know there's the option to do skips, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, for the first 50 hours, it might be a good idea, because, like, some stuff happens, but it really escalates after that. You first place, blah, blah, blah. Okay, John, take nails. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again, unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. I mean, I was sold on, well, that's a lie. I wanted to be sold on Final Fantasy XIV, but I'd never played an MMO before, so I had kind of a hard time starting it. I failed starting it twice, and then the third time, but I started on the PlayStation first, and then I moved on and tried it on PC, and that helped a lot. After I got past the first 5 hours and figured out like how to move around and do the whole thing, then I was in it. But Man, it helped when I was streaming it too. Streaming stuff just makes me do things that I normally wouldn't do. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. I don't think it's rough story-wise. I just think that it takes a long time. There's a lot of build-up. And for, like, if you were playing a different video game, even some other RPGs, you would be done with the build-up after the first, like, 5 or 6 hours, because that's still a long time. I mean, I guess even 10 hours. But in Final Fantasy XIV, the build-up is, like, 35 hours. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now capture locked on the same card and can be used together. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is mostly needed. Otherwise, you would have a lot of lore dumps all right away. But it is still a lot for people to go through. Because I know people who play, because I don't think like World of Warcraft, like the story isn't the big thing. It's mostly what you can do in the world. So I think if you're coming at it from a point of view where you just want to like get the story and then go do a bunch of fun stuff right away, that might deter you. But yeah, if she's a fan of writing, I think that would work. All right. You merge the top 2 cards, blah 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 blah. John, use hammer slash nails on poster. Use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. Nail poster to wall. Okay. Click. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. Little Monsters? That movie is weird. John, examine Con Air poster. Yeah. Yeah, and again, you can do skips if you just want to do the fun stuff. But yeah, I'm in it for the story, you know. There's a bunch of stuff that I would like to try to do, but put the bunny in the box.
Appears the United States Parole Commission that...
Okay, I can only play so much of this clip. Is this just a clip of Con Air? Oh, that's the clip where he kills that guy. Yep. It's really a pretty good clip. God, Nicolas Cage is wonderful. Okay, examine Con Air poster. So that's what happens when you examine the Con Air poster. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing that deters me from other MMOs is that, like, I have enough stuff to do in my real life. I want to experience a story. I don't need to just go fishing for 30 hours in an MMO. If I was going to go fishing in a fishing video game, I would pick one that was just a fishing video game, probably. John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. Well, this was in 2009, so Obama was already president. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Esper beta launch. A young man said his... is this a whole different thing? Okay, so this is the beta version of... Oh, it was just those, like, 8 screens. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. And then it just goes back to the regular one. Okay. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Silodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. Examine incoming message. Okay, so he's going on his computer. There's Slimer. We got System, Typheus, Pester Chum, Cake, fuck, Cake, Pester Chum. You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You're so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Open Pester Chum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Turn tech go ahead? Okay. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? Okay, this is the conversation between the two. Turn tech godhead and ectobiologist. So ectobiologist is our character, John. I got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh, hell yeah, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like a fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, you definitely shouldn't drink that. Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal on the bottom is broken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is that you don't think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No, did you? Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not going to play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Do you see how it got slammed in Game Bro? Game Bro's a joke, and we both know it. Yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. All right. Look out window. All right. Looking out the window. You see the view of your yard from the window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. Examine mailbox. Well, he's looking at that mailbox really intently. The little red arm swingy deal thing or whatever is called is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. Go outside and check mailbox. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. You put the red flippy thing in when you have mail to send out. Go outside, or at least where I grew up, back in my day, which would be this person's day. John, go outside and check mailbox. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. Forget it. Check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room. Stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly operating the swing lever dealist of harms in perpetuity. Whatever. The dude could just hold his damn horses. Why, that's simply not true. This man didn't know anything about mailboxes. Examine games on CD-RAC. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. John, read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. He decided to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. Why would you say that? But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to captcha log it. You are not sure you are ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Captcha log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally captcha log the arms again. John, set Pester Chum status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. That is... Man, AOL was such a fucking trip. Like, going on AOL, doing that, changing your mood, changing your little thing. I always remember people doing, like, X_X_X, username X_X, and then like a smiley face or something. It was classic, very classic. This is things we just don't have today, except in people trying to be retro. Answer John. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I could blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you. Thank you. JK, ha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Siladex. Shitting around. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out. Stack? What is yours? Hashmat. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything. It is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures. I guess. Did you at least allocate your Strife Specibus? No. They can free up a card for you. Plus, let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle. Which is never. What have you got? Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the Specibus. How? I don't know. Just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. Yeah, I remember I messaged people a lot. And, you know, as a child, I suppose I was a child. Like, when I was 12, I would just add random people, especially people who were friends of other friends, you know, like the 6 degrees of separation thing. And I made a lot of very interesting connections that way. Luckily, never met a pedophile. So, at least as far as I knew. Combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to Strife Specibus. Allocate hammer to Strife Specibus. Well, I mean, we're just rolling here. I just thought this is something that I should one day do. So, you know, like if you if you have some weird AOL stories that aren't you know, maybe that wouldn't break the terms of service, feel free. You check the back of your Strife Specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Select hammer. Your Strife Specibus has been allocated to the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your captcha log deck to your Strife deck. Report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your Specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. John, captcha log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Siladex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the card presents some convenience. That makes one of us. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Yeah. The internet was fucked up. It is still a fucked up place, but... Did the title not update? Oh, god damn it. I don't know why that happens sometimes, where the title won't update and then it will update. Because why the fuck would somebody join this and they're like, what is he doing? Okay, is it not going to update here? Update titles. Reading Homestuck, update all. Okay, there we go. Well, shit, I've been reading this for, what, 20 minutes? And then I just had the wrong title? Oh, God. Yeah, for sure. I guess it depends on what parts of the internet you're on. Because, you know, like 4chan and 8chan still exist, so there is... I think all of those parts are still there. They're just much more in the corner, and then most kids are just like on Roblox, which has a lot of pedophiles too, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't make an argument one way or the other. Now that you got some space in your Siladex to work with, you think you might as well start squandering it immediately. Blah, 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 blah. Examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro, suburb. Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. Read article. Game Bro featurette. So, okay, Spurb is the game that is a lot of cats seem hella pumped on. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosivs. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit? Are you ever in jeopardy or getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out? And I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro, you man? I didn't actually play the game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it all. So this one time, he was leaning against the screen door, and the shit popped open. And the back door was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for sporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ball and candy-ass girth to the hospital. But it's cool. I still got another watch in me. Brotel Rwanda. Brotel Rwanda? Bro notes. Dennis is so wasted. I mean, damn. Okay, that was, I mean, that was pretty accurate to game journalism at the time, where someone was just like, this game doesn't have shooting people in the face, so I don't like it personally. I don't think it was a very good critique of that, but I could see what they were trying to critique. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log, Game Bro. Capture log, Magician's Hat. You spend your final card on the Magician's Hat. Get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Siladex. However, you were able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Hell yeah. That's a clever disguise if I've ever seen one. Wear disguise to fool dad. John, who's this John you speak of? You were quite certain that there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. Leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hollow tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other hand, wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. Go downstairs. Okay, you go downstairs. You got a weird-ass house. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts in your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. Man, this is just someone using a thesaurus a lot. Okay, it's Betty Crocker just links to the Wikipedia Betty Crocker page. I'm not reading that. And the rich buttery aroma.
Conniving.
Oh, conniving. Oh my god. Is that spelled right? Yeah. Okay. It must be the connivings. That's just not used right. I don't think that's the right way to okay, I can't get tripped up on this. Where it's gonna take a while. The mission is going to be more difficult than you imagine. Admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny's funny, but your dad sure could be a real cornball. Sometime at night, you pray for burglars. I mean, I did smoke some weed earlier, but, you know, I could always smoke more. You know what? I'll go do that. All right, I'm back. Shit. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. Examine fireplace. Yeah, we're trying to have a good time here. Fuck. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically, at all times, without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. What? Toss Game Bro into fire. Oh, poor Game Bro. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos for big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Jesus. Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. So that book that we have in our inventory killed his grandma? Topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn, ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Combine Father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise? What? Examine oversized gift. Champ, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside the package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Open large present. Oh, hell no. Got a little clown guy. Or a harlequin. Capture log ashes. First, you prop the harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. Hopefully we just get to throw it in. I have no idea where this is going. I thought this was like a whole other kind of... I think I actually have no idea what this game is. Or what this is. So we're on this journey completely blind. I've seen the other characters where they're like demons and stuff, but like I don't know how we get there. Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan. Put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. Go get fake arms again? You got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Examine third and fourth walls of room. Okay. We got Ghost Dad. We got Failure to Launch. Failure to Launch is it's fine. Check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Tentacle Therapist. You can't spell rainbows without therapist. Oh, God. That is peak cringe 2009, man. Oh, buddy. Alright. Yeah, I haven't played West of Loathing. I know that John really likes it. Not the John from here, but John's a nerd John. He said I should definitely play it sometime. I have not played it, though. I understand you've recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. I think I might have bought it. I'll have to check that. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him. So BRB. John, what? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why did you go get the game from your father? All right, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, just kidding. I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. I know, John. Go back downstairs. Yeah, do I have Western Loathing in my Steam? I can't remember if I was going to buy it, and then it was like, it was a little more than I thought it would be. Let's see. Western Loathing. Rayman Gaming. Maybe we'll just take a look, see if it's on sale. Oh yeah, there's that Capcom publisher sale. Hold on, I'm gonna look through this really quick. Ooh, Devil May Cry 5 is $7 on that. I forget if I already own Devil May Cry. I think I do on the PlayStation. Dragon's Dogma 2. That I would one day like to play, but like it's gonna be a minute. I already own all the Resident Evil games. I don't have the time to get into Monster Hunter. Fighting games I would just buy on PlayStation. Ace Attorney. Mega Man. Mega Man I would just probably emulate so that I could fast forward. And the Devil May Cry games. Okay, the rest of the Devil May Cry games. $10. I got Dead Rising. All right, hold on, I gotta go tell my wife good night. I'll be right back. Okay, all right, I'm back. So I got really distracted because there's a bunch of sales going on. I got a lot of good sales. I just don't like buying games if I don't know if I'm going to play them. Oh, West of Loathing's only like $15. Okay. Yeah. Well, then I can just buy that anytime. All right. Enough being distracted. Let's see how long I can read this for without my brain melting. Go back downstairs. You can now execute the brilliant. Distracted. Yeah. Yeah. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Attach arms to doll. Okay, why would you attach arms to doll? That's even scarier. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Having dolls? Inspect burnt paper on the floor. Oh, look, a squirrel. Inspect burnt paper on the floor. Okay. Oh, a Broblerone. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Okay. Throw present wrap in fire. As long as you're cleaning up, Captcha doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. Hellsbells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our jabing chests. It might direct the incisive ogle of your beagle puss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and file of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive. Land sakes? We are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifacts useful to your exploits. Is your pappy's rod in real handy? What about a hint of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hassifras. Hassifer? I don't know what this is. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad, splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who pulls his lackadaisical lean near the sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. Oh my god. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate it in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Find Dad and retrieve mail. So this is all uploaded on the same day. So I'm interested to see when it becomes a daily comic or whatever, or when they uploads, like what the quality will improve, or if the story will just change dramatically. Yep, Lucis, I would never read this on my own. So that's why I'm like, okay, if I stream it for a little bit, I will have an idea of what's going on. And you know what? I still don't. I have no... I read a lot of webcomics in my time. I believe Homestuck came out in 2009. I thought... Yep, 2009. It ran from 2009 to 2016. So yeah, he just uploaded a ton at one time. So we'll see how this goes. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which can lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? Yeah. Yeah, I'm tepidly excited to see if this actually goes somewhere and it gets funnier over time, because I used to read a lot of webcomics and normally they would start pretty like atrocious, and then after about a year they would get funny. So Dominic Deegan. I don't know if I have. Let me take a look. No, I have not. I read a lot of pixel webcomics, that's for sure. A lot of like Sonic the Hedgehog webcomics and 8-Bit Theater and Bob and George and MS Paint's Masterpiece, which was sick as hell, man. Yeah, that's a lot of these. A lot of these people are like writing and trying to create stuff for like the first time in a way that seems like it'd be more consumable for the masses, and then there is innate talent like this. I mean, just getting this working within Flash and stuff. This is talent. It's just we'll see if it goes anywhere. For me personally, I know some people this is their life. So go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the series Gesture magazine, and stray Captcha card. There's also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. Yeah. Upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with a bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. I can't tell if this is written by a guy who does not have a dad or wishes their dad was cooler, because this feels like your dad, I don't know. There's something to read into there. Examine Captcha card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Scylla Captcha card. Arg! So you're taking up a space with your Captcha card. S. John, play haunting piano refrain. Okay. Play 52 pickup. Pages including sound will be preceded by S in the command. Did he make music for this too? That's crazy. Try to have the volume low enough here. Okay. Play 52 pickup. So he drops a bunch of cards. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. There's the Joker? Okay. Attempt to leave the house. You go back in the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial for Hi-C Ecto Cooler from like the 80s? Exit. You exit the house. Check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. Wind chime folly. Clark Powell. Wow, okay. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart as if... Okay, hold on. As if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, a plundered mailbox, a familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen Riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. Leave a surprise for the mailman. No, no. Okay, so this kid keeps thinking about shitting and stuff. That's a... Okay, terrible story. Very quick one, though. I had a friend who, he's like a skater. You know, skater guys, they like, fuck, man. Especially in high school, they would fuck shit up all the time. And usually not in funny ways. They thought it was funny, but a lot of times it was just fucked up. But there was a girl that, she was more stuck up. She wasn't like dumb or anything like that. But I just want to say that because it would make it sound like maybe they harassed a special needs person, but that was not the scenario. Where him and his friend pooped in a paper bag and then put it in this girl's car, like under the seat, like, and to me, they were laughing about it, but to me, I'm like, that's a crime, man. Like, you can't do that. So that's just what this makes me think of. Don't do that. If you have an affliction to do that, you need to talk to someone about whatever issues you got. John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There's also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. Spy in the kitchen. You try to take a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he's so weird. But you can see what's on the table just behind the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the S-Burb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Enter. So he just goes in. You know, when I was 13, I didn't really have the luxury to be this imaginative, so my childhood was far gone by that point. Let's see. He's getting alarmed. Takes off the disguise. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife. Yeah, same, Lucis. I used to be able to act on my ideas a lot more. And then when I hit like 14, like it just went real downhill real fast, where I had that, again, not to bring down the mood, but I had that beat out of me, literally. So, you know. Okay, retrieve the package and flee to your room. It seems like that's just going to keep going on. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You'd better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. Equip disguise for defense. The beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. You take Pie Tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were... Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. He's just hitting you with a cake? Sassacre, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. Okay, so that hits the smoke pellets. Now the dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you could safely sneak away. You stag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out on the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Take package. This red package is addressed to you. Take envelope. You got the Esper Beta. Get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why did you think these things through first? Retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up the mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. Go to bathroom and grab a towel. Alright, so you go to the bathroom. There's more clown shit. Very scary. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There's also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. Man, I was definitely a swing kid. I was on the swings constantly. Me and my friends, probably like from like 3rd to like 6th grade, when we were out on the playground, we would jump from the top of the swings, and it's like something you could only do as a child because like the knee damage is unbelievable. But I remember we would do that to see how far we could go to like land in the grass. And then once I jumped off when I was actually at the height, the very height, and I just went like 3-4 feet up in the air, and the swings are pretty big. So I was probably like 9 feet in the air, and I just came down and like rolled onto the P rocks, and like, man, I was so fucking freaked out. But never stopped me from jumping off the swing. So, you know. Remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. Oh man, they're fun times. I remember the playground fondly. I never had too many issues. I used to make up games a lot, and then people would get involved with them. Other children would get involved with them, and then yeah, I was definitely more imaginative than most kids. They were not very good at coming up with games. I remember that I had a terrible time trying to play pretend because I couldn't actually imagine something in front of me, but I was able to act out pretending. So that got me through not coming off as a total freak. Yeah, I made up a game where, there's the 4 square. I never knew how to actually play it, but we made up like a whole game where you're supposed to bounce the ball into the other person's square, and it has to bounce at least once. And it's just things that you could do as a kid. That's probably where the majority of my innocence resided, was just playing on the playground, running around. Okay, what was I saying? Remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. So removes them all from the cake. Grab the towel. You take the razor and is used to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. Okay, so this is uploaded at least a few days after the original. All right. Retrieve your items. The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet, and just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. Go to bedroom. Admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Chokes up. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you're good. Okay. Oh, shit. We got a full chat log here. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologists. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Turn Tech Godhead. Hey, GG's looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? What? Dude, what are you doing? Turn Tech God is now an idle chum. I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I'm famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey. Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Haha. So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything like this. Is like for real, isn't it? Haha. I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid, which was the joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. You do realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point. Ew, yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the suburb beta, so I'll probably open it after I install the beta. Oh, man, the beta came. Yeah, want to play it? Ha, no way. Why not? It sounds so hella boring. Just got TT to play it, as she's all about that. Where'd she go? Her is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ. In a sidecar, are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structure. That shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. Open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typhus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. MS Paint Adventures. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. Install the Esper beta. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Suburb beta. God, remember inserting CDs. Kids today don't even know what a CD is. This is Homestuck Switch, which for terminally online folks, apparently it's a very big deal. I got this idea from Liddy, and we're trying to figure out what the fuck this shit is together, because I've always been tepidly curious, but it's pretty rough. So I never wanted to read it on my own, so I'm forcing everybody else to listen to it while I read it. So, you know, that's where we're at on this stream. What the fuck is this? Esper version, waiting for server to establish connection. Yeah, I'm the worst streamer that's ever been, which is why you watch me every time I'm on. Bonobot data structures. How much of this is there? Go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. Data structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free itch fetch bonus is back. I might be hitting a wall here soon, because there's not a lot going on. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out the free modus instead. Get free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover, where a free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure operating on a FIFO method rather than a FILO method of a stack. Apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Like, is this supposed to be humorous? The data center? Items capture log near Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at that moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. Switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract. You prefer not to think about it too much. Put down razor. Put it down? Not quite sure you understand. Pick up 2 items. You capture like one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these low-during pastries. Dead weight. Get other cake. Okay, the razor flies off, hits Matthew McConaughey. The second cake causes the razor to launch into the front of your Silodex. Oh, good lord, that beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. Oh, brother. Get more stuff. You open your magic chest and capture like one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Cavity. There goes the fresh towel. Might as well grab those cuffs. Goes to grab the cuffs, and something shoots out. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Undertale's programming is terrible. It cracked me up how it broke it apart. He said it was an amazing game, and that's what's important, but it could have been optimized a lot more. Yeah. I mean, when you really look at Undertale, it's about as basic a game as it could get, and like the fact that it does run is pretty incredible. Was because it was just him and one other person. It was just Toby Fox, and then I think somebody helped him with something. I don't remember what. I know Liddy would know. The PDA got launched. Oh, god damn it. Open up the package. To EE from TG. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packaging tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's also simple. You wonder why you didn't get razor. Pick up package again. Because this is all programming humor, which is like it's a whole thing. Yeah, I know you can access a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff about Undertale. I just learned most of that from Liddy. I don't know much off the top of my head, but I know that she would just keep telling me interesting facts. Capture log glass shards. Capture log glass shards. That sounds like a horrible idea. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex rains devastation on your room from above, and now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. Use the razor on the red package. You open the package. There is something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage. Okay, there we go. I think there could be more mixed media stuff. I think that would help this. We'll see if that's where it comes down to. Briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus, the virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter. A gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like the bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Check status of Esper Beta. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. Look at monitor. Client has established connection with power. Check passenger tram window. It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect. Well, okay, but I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet. I've heard tales of the wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now. Haha, what? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay, I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You're running the client application. I'm running the server, so I'm the host user. I've established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? Press enter. Okay, the game is loading. No. This is just someone using a thesaurus, Loses. This is not someone who has that vocabulary. I'm understanding every word, and it's so much fluff. It's Fluffosaurus. Fluffosaurus Rex. And I don't know if it's supposed to be because the 13-year-old is like, oh, I want to use all this, like if it's supposed to be an intentional choice by the 13-year-old that this is how he's interpreting it, or if it's the writer who's just like wants to sound smart. And I'm gonna guess that it's the second one. Shit. Music's good though. Yes, absolutely, Lucis. Switch. What do you mean? Is he dating someone? How would you even know that? Does he have a girlfriend stream? A 13-year-old? Oh, no. No. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, I thought the implication was that Plasmaniac was dating a 13-year-old. That's what I got. Yeah. Yes. That's what I was saying. That's fucked up. Yeah, I know that was the joke. Lucis is trying to explain it to me, and I know the joke. That's what I was saying. That's a harsh-ass thing. That's a harsh-ass joke, but funny nonetheless. Oh, these actually work now. Okay. Mouse over the interface buttons. Select. Revise. Deploy. Pernelia Registry. Grist Cache. Explore Athenium. Alchemy Exercis? God, why? Select a magic chest. Okay, so it just does it intentionally. Yes, this is Nintendo Switch 2 gameplay. I have looked for a Nintendo Switch 2. I do have a pre-order in with Nintendo. I don't know when those pre-orders actually come, though, so it's bothering me a little bit, but I'm going to be patient. Zoom out. Okay. So he's playing his own world. Drop chest. Well, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. Sad face. I'll try to be more careful next time. We're all a little high here. Besides Switch. Switch doesn't smoke the ganja. Get the card. Okay, so you find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Silodex. You can now opt for either the stack or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. Okay, so well, being high doesn't necessarily make you funny. Just makes everything funnier. Looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter. Select stuff in yard and move it back into room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of the range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. See face. Select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor. Select bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. Revise room. Okay. The room is expanded. Open Fernalia Registry. Deploy Totem Laugh. Okay. What the hell? Examine Totem Laugh. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. Open Grist Cache. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room costs us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay, what do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as the client. You'll need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish the connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. It's in his dad's car. No. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor, and I can reach the items, which you threw out the window for some reason? Good idea. What have you been doing here all afternoon anyway? Ugh, I was fussing with my... Siladex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. I'm not exceptionally practical, but I think they're elegant. Standard corner. Okay, deploy Crux Truder. Deploy Alchemiter? Alchemiter? Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What is with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy. Huh, to what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in the game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate? Get PDA. Grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus. It is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. Okay. Install Pesterchum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I messaged you from my dad's PDA. The one you threw into the yard? No, I'm telling you. It jumped out of the Siladex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for this personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your... Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No, these are all accidents. Please take your psycho-babblerly elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too? Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive-compulsive disorder complex? Could a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. It sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at the enormous platformy thing when you put on the balcony. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all of the possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. Look through telescope. It is a clear sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least not beyond the walls of your own home. Grab the soiled toilet. Whoops. Whoops what? Oh, grabs the toilet and rips off the flooring. Yeah, stuff is happening. So that's that's something. I wonder if I Googled when does Homestuck get good, if they'll be like, oh yeah, it takes about 3 years worth of comics. What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. Investigate. Toilet's ripped off. There's some water pouring out. Ugh. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Crux Truder? The what? The thing I put in your living room. Hop down the hole. Boop. You jump down to the utility room. Get sledgehammer and card. Okay. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card. Combine the two and quickly apply it to your Strife Specubus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Okay. When does Homestuck? Absolutely. What do they say? It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. Answer chum. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn, are you sure it was in a green box? Oh, yes, but it is in my dad's car and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great. So what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in this suburb stuff. TT's making a royal mess of my house. LOL, what suburb? Oh, it is this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I'll go outside and look. Oh, man. All right, but be careful, okay? I will. Okay. Might as well check out the Crux Truder. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door? There's a door there? Oh, yeah? I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. Oh, you mean you thought it was elegant? Okay. Well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Okay. Just picking up the bathtub. Oh, fuck. Examine wheel on the crux extruder. How long is the general consensus? Or do they say it's just good from the start? Because that would be a bold claim. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. Put bathtub in driveway. How long are these acts? Put bathtub in driveway. Connection lost. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. Scold TT. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. It must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Oh, sad. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor signal. That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. I don't like that. Haha, okay. Yeah, can I see how long an act is? Is it adventure log? Okay, or is that just what I've been? Okay, reach page 1000. MS Paint Adventures, Team Special Olympics. Oh boy. Okay. Oh yeah, I actually have no idea. Act 1. The Note Desolation plays. Okay, so I think I'm 3 chapters in then to Act 1. Okay. 247 pages for Act 1. Okay. All right. I'm powering through this. Hit Crux Trooter with Sledgehammer. Need some help? Pick up Sledgehammer. So she picks it up for you. You slam it down. It hits the thing. Some shit pops out. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold while I read further. Okay, all these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you'll need to extrude some cruxite. Page is 247. Act 1. It's interesting that it is framed sort of as a game. Okay. All right. That's not what you sent me. That's that I might look at. I looked at it just a little bit there, but it is nice to see how many pages okay, so I'm on 179. It's 247 pages for Act 1. Holy shit. Okay. I was gonna say it would be nice if I knew how many pages I was in. Alright, you extrude 1 cruxite dowel. Get cruxite. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're gonna need this card too. Okay. Gives a card. Deploy pre-punched card. Okay. Gives him a card with the little cursor. Get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. Alright. Capture log fanciful Harlequins. Okay, so it goes to capture log the Harlequin. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. Okay, there's some weird symbols. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That's probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. Drop maimed Harlequin into kernel sprite. Yeah, I will say, yeah, like you were just saying, it is more interesting now that stuff is happening, and I don't need to just read a full paragraph of okay writing. The kernel sprite has been prototyped with a Harlequin doll. Okay. And the music part is really cool too. I mean, I can't deny that. Okay, we got some more symbols. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which for all we know merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock? Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemiter? Question mark, question mark. Try to learn the lingo. Use pre-punch card with the alchemiter. Whew. And you said part 4 is where things start making sense? Oh, okay. No, in part 1. Okay. In part 1, the 4 acts. So okay. Use pre-punch card with the alchemiter. There's no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemiter. The kernel sprite followed you upstairs. Explore Athenium. Acquiring a Cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. Okay, capture log telescope. Grabs the telescope, shoots out. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence. Put Cruxite on weird pattern on alchemiter. Alchemiter. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemiter's small pedestal. Something is happening. Okay, lasers it. You set the alchemiter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expanding a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. Switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Wherever it is, the kernel sprite seems particularly agitated with it. Looks like there's a meteor or something? Oh, yep, a meteor. Oh, and that's the clock ticking down. Okay. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. High five, Kernel Sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. Okay, that was actually funny. It is tempting because they are strongly resembling rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that they will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Okay, I guess that makes sense, but that explanation was very confusing. Probably just because, yeah, they didn't know what they were doing right away. Okay, fixing the bathroom. He's trying to get in. There's a toilet on the front lawn. Run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. They Already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow. Fascinating. Question mark, question mark. The meter is a game construct. I think the only thing to do is to proceed and to try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I'll write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. TG. I heard you get the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT's breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game, and for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up. Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? There's always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yes. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. Part 2, Act 5, Act 1. Use pre-punch card totally. God damn. Okay, you slip the pre-punch card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. Take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leerily of your dad, who's presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. Okay. The perfect crime. Okay. Takes the cake in the toilet, throws it at this thingy, takes the toilet, places it back here where there's no slot for it, or water pipe. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Use Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. Activate lathe. Okay. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again? Hello? TT is no longer connected. Okay, she's... Oh, connection lost. She dropped the bathtub in there. Yeah, some additional color would help. Oh, the timer's going off. A young lady stands in the bedroom. Okay, what? Oh, this must be TT. Okay. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. The young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Enter name. Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. Rose Lalonde. I want to see how long does it take before we get to your username, the Lucis. That would be interesting to know. We'll see if we can get there. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity. Although your laptop computer still functions on battery power, you have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestial. Oh my god, I thought that said bestiality. For the bestial, strange, and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Ride like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Stroke writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one is watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Get violin. You capture log the violin, storing it in the root card of your Sylladex. Rose, play a haunting refrain of the violin. Ooh. All right, we're on page 222 though. We're fucking. It goes a lot faster after the first 50, so that's something. Or first 75. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Capture log knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree notice's alphabetical sorting method, KV. Lookout window. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jasper's. Well, that's interesting. Who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. Mom, can we bury the cat and have a funeral? You know what? I'm just going to build a mausoleum. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect a signal from a different part of the house. Perhaps if you seek higher ground, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. Examine book on desk. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. You take the grimoire, then more sorting. Go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you'll be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You'll have to watch your step. Tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. More wizards. Sneak by. She's sneaking. No, she snuck. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Go through door. The door opens to an exterior hall walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclemental weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. Hurry up to that observatory. Try to connect. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. See what you can observe. Okay, looking through. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. Okay. You'll need every advantage you can get. Access laboratory Wi-Fi network. Okay. Choose on game facts. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of these is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience, you still haven't even used the new totem. I believe it will create the item on your punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an edgy loking thing. Do we have enough of these building jewels to make it? According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance, in my view. Now off you go. Remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Throws the door out. Put bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. Take totem to Alchemiter. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Vernelia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. Okay, and then a tree is made, and then an apple drops from the tree. Take bite of apple. legitimately good music, though. I'm shocked. Oh, did we all die? Okay. Wow. All right, end of Act 1. Years in the future, but not many. Go back. Years in the future, but not many. A wayward vagabond records a stuttering step at the sun-bleached dust. That just opens up MS Paint Adventures. This is like a different webcomic. Okay. Act 2. All right, Act 2, GameSpot Game Facts. Walk through. I'd be glad to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forego the inscrutable ASCII banner which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks, with a particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the woods burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together. Nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a R-worded ghost. For that matter, I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood, you will see, will be set soon enough. Since you're reading this, chances are you have installed the game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There is never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type and as you read. I have come to understand that we were always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game as much as if there is to play and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences. TT. Nice that we have a few animatics too. You know, they're getting more consistent. We're about really only like a month, because it was in May. April, or no, it started in April, May, June. So it's only been like 2 months since they made the first 249 pages. Okay, so he bit the apple, and now he's stuck at home. He's Homestuck. The kernel divides. The two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. Boy. What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment, you thought you heard someone say boy as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination there. You there, boy! This large platform, good grief, what is it, boy? To walk around, use the mouse and arrow keys, or WASD. Click on various objects to open command menus for them. Outstanding Flash program by Alex Gankro. Ah! There's an actual game? Tree that's... Oh, shit. Getting close to the railing makes you a little nervous. It's a long way down. Okay. Boy, open this door and walk through it. Okay. The Harlequin painting? You have the sentiment in common with John then, I suppose. Take that man. That man with the human spectacles. Admire him. Oh, Michael Cera, your warm smile is a shining beacon in these dark times. Okay. Wait, go back out here, boy. Okay, now. Boy, go in here. Observe the box. The bunny's not in the box. I said the bunny's not in the box. Why couldn't the bunny be in the box? Okay, so there's just a bunch of flavor text and stuff. That's interesting that he just made an entire game here. Just what a great book. Okay. So I think I'm supposed to check the computer. Do as I say. What would you like Boy Who Is John to do? Investigate this device. Okay. Here we are. John, are you there? Seems you're still connected to the internet. Rose is trying to get in touch with you. You'll reply in a moment once you have fully assessed your situation. Okay. Okay, I can go down the stairs. All right. John do be sleeping. What is the meaning of this rubbish? Okay, even you have to admit, this one's pretty funny. Ha. The thing weighs a ton. You'd honestly be surprised if the game cursor could lift it, or at least not without a significant amount of grist. Of all the places for Rose to drop the infernal thing, more than ever you feel, what's the word you're looking for? Of course, house-trapped. Use this to reseal that opening there. If only putting the lid back on the crux tree would undo all this. Alas, Pandora's tube has been opened. Small dessert tray. In retrospect, it was pretty funny when your dad pied you like that. Gotcha again by the old man. Okay. Cowboy saloon door. Betty Crocker. Your dad was so proud when you drew this. He hung it up immediately and it stayed there ever since. That was 1 week ago. All right, that was pretty funny. Okay. Would you like to play a game? Oh, they're board games. Okay. All right, there's laundry. Okay, there we go. Ponder Lawn Amusement. Your childhood nemesis, the spring-mounted pogo ride, sadly was not swallowed by the void. It will have to wait there another day for its comeuppance. That sounds incredibly dangerous. John sensibly disregards your awful advice. Yeah, the point and click is helping, but I really hope it's not a series of like hundreds of point and click adventures. Boy engages mangled display. Your swing set's toast. Claim the dangling tree bauble. The trick handcuffs are still there, thank God. And no, you're not about to try to claim them just now. Okay. Okie doke. Well, I think I looked at everything. Okay, we got cards. Dad uses stuff to dazzle some silly vaudevillian escapades. Really, you couldn't roll your eyes hard at this corny act. The serious jester. Open the iron vault. You don't know the combination. Okay. It's dark out there. Yada yada. Okay. All right, I think I'm good to return to this scurrying around. I don't know if I'm supposed to be good to... I'll just go to the next one. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Fine, John, return to your quarters. You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit. John, are you there? Hey, yeah, I'm here, and not dead, I think. I know, I've been watching you scramble through this house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner. Oh, man, sorry, I was looking around for my dad, and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him? No, I'm sure he'll turn up. There are more important things to address right now. Yeah, like, where am I? I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports of the news. Over the last few days, there have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world, and they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far. Wow, okay. So then I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world? Question mark? Perhaps, then we'd better get moving and figure this game out. Yes, but wait, we should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it if I could replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used. Okay. I'll meet you out on the balcony. Wait, Rose, one thing. What? You never even wished me a happy birthday. Hello? I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for this occasion. That said, happy birthday. That said, happy birthday, John. Haha, oh geez, that is silly. Alright, thanks. First, take the fabric item on the floor there. The towel? Why? Oh well, you're the boss. You capture log the towel. What now? Do as the purple text says. To the balcony. John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request. Wait, take that. The blue wobbly thing. You whimsically decide to capture log the totem, which was used to create the apple tree earlier. John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort. John cannot do anything with the grist as of this moment. That is up to the suburb player. I see? Yes, that will suffice. Rose deletes the perfectly generic object. 6 units of build grist are restored to the grist cache. Rose expends the grist to draw a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA. John, run swiftly across precarious platform swiftly. John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down. Boy, I said make haste on that narrow catwalk. John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset. Fine, proceed as your level of comfort dictates. Alright, so he's walking out. Gets the PDA. You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it. Now take it! Grabs the PDA. One of the Harlequins gets thrown at the guy. Grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figures into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye. Serious business. Just one command will suffice. Thanks. It looks like you're not the only one trying to locate your father after the disaster. Looking for their dads. These boring men are uninteresting. You gotta read this in the tone of the ghost, I guess. John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative. I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do all these weird things I don't really want to do. This is by some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder, like post-traumatic stress? Wow, okay. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Well, if you can pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try, like prototyping the kernel sprite again. If possible, we should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever. Okay, I'll go back inside. No, don't do that! Hop off this ledge onto that car! What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you just tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Years in the future, but not many. An unsealed tunnel welcomes hot desert air into its stagnant depths. Okay, that goes to the MS Paint Adventures. Okay. Boy, you there, boy. Oh, so this guy is typing in to control our guy, John? Okay. Okay, yeah, there's no fucking chance of reading all that. Okay, so she's looking out her window. There's a bunch of meteors hitting everywhere. She's got kind of a little curved smile. In the distance, meteorites fall with greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting it out. Check status of battery. Okay. Your laptop battery's all right for now, but it won't last for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort. A small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum. Rose, prototype sprite with Betty Crocker box. What? Oh man, you're gonna use that? That sucks. What a stupid idea. We have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power. But the cake mix, ugh, that's so dumb. I doubt it matters. Might as well just use any old crap lying around. Fine, I guess. Prototype sprite with Betty Crocker box. The sprite is playing hard to get. You guess that's what you get for originally prototyping it with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism. Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious. Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours. Prototype sprite with Sassacre text. Oh, yes, sweet. Now we're talking. See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it. John flail about in a distracting manner. The sprite finds the distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting. That's pretty good. It's pretty good sprite. The pesky sprite eludes you again. Not even the great Colonel himself can outfox it. It's narrowly missing with your attempt to create the Colonel sprite. You drop the massive tome. The entire house rattles under the astonishing girth of the book. In the other room, Nana's ashes dump onto the sprite, which is caught unawares by the dowsing. Inspect Hag Ash incident. You find the sacred urn toppled again. This time you're quite sure it wasn't your fault. The sprite is nowhere to be found. Remove Cruxtruder from doorway. Oh man, where'd it go? I can't find it anywhere in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy of the game from the car. You need to connect to my client so I can repeat your steps and presumably join you wherever you are. We should do this quickly before my house burns down. What? There's a fire? There will be soon. Oh geez, so move this thing already. Looks like it requires a lot of grist to move. I don't have enough to relocate the door either. How much do you have? 0. I thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous. I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs. Do again as purple words say. You're about to head upstairs, but you thought you heard something behind you. It was faint, but you could swear it was a small, light-headed chuckle along the lines of a spirited hoo hoo hoo. So your grandma's ashes are mixed with a harlequin? Ignore this woman's antics. You're not sure you even saw a woman, let alone any of her hypothetical antics, but whatever it was you might have caught a glimpse of, it sure gave you the willies. You head upstairs on your way to the balcony. Your PDA is acting up again. Indulge the device, but be curt with it. Hey bro, check it out. I'm working on some new rhymes. Dude, I don't have time for your nerdy raps. Come on, this is hells of ill. Just listen. It sounds like you don't even believe me when I said I get blown up, but I really was. But now I'm in some weird dimension that suburb sent me to or something. And now on top of that, I think I'm being haunted by my dead grandma. Huh, for real? Yeah, it's true, but I'll talk to you later about it. I think I could drop some sick rhymes about all this stuff. Man, see, I just don't think all this rapping stuff is really as cool as you think it is. No, this will be dope. Check it. No, I have to go. Bye. Wait. Armageddon's getting wage on us, but Armageddon armed and dangerous, sending men in space for saving us. See which play is more courageous. Better Bruce. Dudes reach a truce. Put their blow shoots to use and up suck it. Affleck's sacrifice. Cryfice. Would have to suffice. Fluck it. Bro, be a stained glass saint. Up on a cross getting hella Christ plagiarize? Bruce is like off of that crucifix. Enough of this fucking savior fuss. Restrained his ass per McLean Redux while Buscemi remained derangerous. When a plan goes astray, pays off a wasted craterus? Ashtray catering to layers of Matt McConaughey's vague remainder in dust. Wait, McConaughey wasn't even in any of those Meteor movies, was he? I'll have to make a rap about, I don't know, Morgan Freeman or something, being the president. It'll be called, Obama made it so that no one gives a shit about black presidents in movies anymore. See, you've got to fill me in on what's going on, so I have something to rap about besides all your dumb shit movies. And now strange poetry from the red text. You head out to the balcony to find what Rose has in mind. She's messaging you again. The purple text is less irrational than the red text. I'm lifting the car up to the balcony. Whoa, okay. Once it's up, retrieve the game, then I'll put it back down on the driveway. But the door is locked. Then break a window. But it's my dad's car. It's just a window. This is sort of an emergency. Otherwise, I promise I'll handle the car with velvet gloves. All right. Rose, pick up car. Thank you, Lucius. I'll read a little bit more, but yeah, I think I will also go to bed. This isn't bad, but it's bad. It is it's intriguing. Not interesting, but intriguing. Connection lost. Car falls down the cliff. Ridiculous folly. Inexcusable. Inclined to agree, but hey, accidents happen. You double check your PDA to make sure if Rose is really gone. Indeed, this seems to be the case. TG is still pestering you, of course, but another chum is now logged in as well. What color are the words that this chum says? I'm back. Oh, hi. I want to investigate the explosion I heard. Was it by chance a meteor? Yes, how did you know? Oh man, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, are you okay? Did it blow up your yard or start a fire or anything? No, I'm fine. It landed a pretty good ways from my house and I went to look at it. And it's pretty big, but Beck doesn't want me to go near it, so I came home. He seems to think it's dangerous. Well, gosh, he's probably right. Anyway, what have you been up to, John? Oh, did you get my package yet? Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Rose dropped my car into a weird, spooky bottomless pit and the package was in the car. I'm really sorry about that. Oh, no. Wow, okay, I guess I should start at the beginning. See, a meteor blew up my neighborhood. That's terrible, John, I'm sorry. But I'm okay, and my house is too, sort of. The game I was telling you about, Suburb, which I was playing with Rose, sort of transported me somewhere at the last minute. But now I'm trapped here, and it's weird and dark, and I can't find my dad. I just lost the car, my copy of the game in the pit, and I think I have to save the world from the apocalypse. Oh, well, it sounds really crazy and kind of scary, but it also sounds kind of exciting. I don't know, John, maybe this is your destiny. If anyone could save the world, I think it's probably you. Wow, you think so? Yes. Well, okay, but it's not even that simple. I was about to connect to Rose to help transport her and save her from meteors and fires and stuff, but she lost battery power and I lost the game disc. So I think I have to get TG to use his copy and save her. That jackass won't shut up and stop rapping and stuff. Haha, he's so silly. Yeah, anyway, I should talk to him about it. So BRB. The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again. When the film crew zooms where the president's at, I'm like, if the dude's black, I'll eat my hat. Turns out he is, so we're all damn director's got gumption. Like we're all flipping our shit. He ain't shining shoes or something. Jesus Christ. It's called free emancipation. If it's not press selection, it's God ascension. And Bruce Almighty whoops different Bruce from the one I just mentioned. Ah! Can't explain to me why this ain't condensation to think I'll shit a brick. Not even he could convey the intention with his quick spun wit. Rather defray all this tension, sit on his lap while he whittles a splint. And some guy eyes what he does and patronizes. I guess I'm not saying that. The mother of invention. Stop rapping for a second, you horse's ass. I have something important to talk about. What's up? Rose is in trouble and she needs help. I was going to connect to her with Suburb, but I lost my copy. Okay. Also, she lost battery power. If she can get back up and running, she'll need someone with a game to get her out of there before her house burns down. So I think you should use your copy of the game to help me. My copy? That's going to be tough. Why? I lost it. It's a stupid story and I'd rather not talk about it. Should be embarrassing, yo. Is this just Switch? Exactly how he types. Oh. I thought you said you had two. Well, yeah, one is my brother's copy. Okay, well, get his then. All right, but he's not going to be happy about that. Whatever. Also, you might want to read Rose's walkthrough to get up to speed on this. Oh, man. What? Nothing really. Look, all I'm saying is that girl tends to lay it on kind of thick, you know? Rolls eyes. Your laptop is out of battery power. There's only one thing left to do. Time to make your way to the backup generator. Knit laptop cozy to shield your laptop from the rain. Oh, she did that very fast. Okay. That would be such a waste of time. Besides, you already knitted one a while ago. You retrieve it from your knitting bag and apply it to your laptop. You capture log the laptop plus cozy. Equip grimoire to strife Specabus. That would be incredibly ill-advised. There are some dark forces you just don't want to mess around with. You understand this better than most. You put the book down. Recaptchalogue your items. You grab the knitting bag and the grimoire in that order. It's always a logistical puzzle with your tree modus. The tree auto-balances, leaving the knitting bag accessible in the boot card. Allocate knitting needles to strife Specabus. You feel a lot more comfortable with this as a weapon. You're so handy with these needles, you feel like you could probably use them to flay a swordfish. You lose the root card in the process, severing the tree. Hey, careful with all this stuff. Knit plush cuddle Cthulhu to soothe nerves. That would also be a preposterous waste of time. Besides, you're quite sure you've never heard of this creature called Cthulhu before. There are, however, many other specimens of the zoologically dubious you're familiar with, such as consult the grimoire. Fluthulu. Foul patrician of misery. To hear his mammoth belly gurgle is to know the epoch of joy has come to an abrupt end. And Rub Yiglith, Shamebeast, king of... Oh, zoned out there super hard for a second. Shamebeast, king of grotesquerie, Ride lord of the moist beyondhood. Hearing his melodious chirps and tongue clicks causes one's bones to explode. And of course there's Uglith, the deep one. Whenever he grinds his teeth, all the children of a random galaxy somewhere will frown continuously for a 9,000-year span. He's the first and smallest of the smaller gods, appointed in which servitude of a vile, unfathomable pantheon of middling gods, which cater to the whims of the noble circle of horror terrors. An omniscient, omnipotent order of the elite few, forever cloaked in the darkness of the furthest ring. And then there's this strange page containing some rather mysterious notes and summoning procedures. You've never been quite sure what these diagrams are getting at. Plug in a window? Take items and proceed downstairs. You recapitulate everything the way you want it to appear in the tree and head downstairs. You figure that's enough dilly-dallying. Time to get a move on. You wonder if this rain will ever let up. It's driven since the month began, perhaps long enough to forget its purpose. It's no longer even known to assuage fires. Somewhere a zealous god threads these strings between the clouds and the earth, preparing for a symphony it fears impossible to play. And so it threads on, delaying the raise of the conductor's baton. How you hate this season. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. American sports legend Charles Barkley. What? Confront mother in hall. Surely your mother is lurking nearby. You should be prepared for an unpleasant confront. What? There's this really cool dude, okay? He's standing around being all chill. Like, cool dudes are known to be sometimes. A cool dude like this probably has a really cool name, but he probably wouldn't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be too busy for that. Busy being totally sweet. But you could always try to guess his name, and if you're right, he might nod ever so slightly. That's a cool dude's way of letting you know there might just be hope for you yet. Insufferable prick. This guy doesn't have time for that sort of bullshit. Wow, he cut it with a katana. Try again. Dave Strider. Examine room. Your name is Dave. It's an unreasonable warm April day. Your bedroom window is open to let some air in, and your fan is cranked. Arguably even more cranked would be your fly beats. Your fly beats, which brings you to a variety of interests. A cool dude like you is sure to have plenty. You have a penchant for spinning out unbelievably ill jams with your turntables and mixing gear. You like to rave about bands no one's ever heard of but you. You collect weird dead things preserved in various ways. You're an amateur photographer and operate your own makeshift darkroom. You maintain a number of ironically humorous blogs, websites, and social networking profiles, and if the inspiration strikes, you won't hesitate to drop some fat rhymes on a mofo and represent. What will you do? Dave, quickly retrieve arms from cinder blocks. Okay, I gotta see who's this message. Okay. Man, Act 1 goes... Okay, so this is Act 2, and I'm on page 313, and this goes till page 758. And people say Act 4. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be it for me tonight. I gotta go to bed, and this was a very weird, that was weird. Reach page. Let's see. Yeah, so this is like structured as like a game where you have to get to a certain page to look at different stuff on the site. So it looks like little after page 1000. Wow, it's 1,000, 2,530, and then 6,235. Wow. All right, good night. Sleep